You're on level 247 of your favorite game. You've got a 7-day streak going. A pop-up appears asking for location access. It takes you 0.2 seconds to tap allow because you just want that daily reward. In that one tap, you may have just given a stranger a map to your entire life. Today, we're exposing the dark psychology gaming apps use to turn your fun into their profit. Hey gamers, non-gamers, and those of you who swear you only play Candy Crush when you're bored, yeah, we see you. In this video, we will look into a topic that sounds like a Black Mirror episode: how gaming apps use addiction, not just to keep you glued to the screen, but also to bypass your security. Yes, your favorite mobile game might be the sneaky villain in your digital life, so buckle up and maybe put down your phone for 5 minutes. Unless you're watching this on your phone, in that case, please don't put it down. Let's start with the basics. Gaming apps are designed to be fun, but they're also designed to be sticky. And by sticky, I don't mean like the Cheeto dust on your controller. I mean psychologically sticky. Think about it. Level ups, loot boxes, daily rewards, flashing lights, that satisfying little ding when you win. These aren't random design choices. They're engineered to light up your brain like a Christmas tree. Dopamine City, baby. And the more hooked you are, the more time you spend inside the game. More time means more opportunities for the app to poke around your phone and collect data. Here's where it gets sneaky. Normally, when an app asks for weird permissions, we'd be suspicious, like, why does a Sudoku app need access to my microphone? But when you're already hooked, when you're mid-streak, 99 days in, about to claim that shiny legendary sword, suddenly you don't care. Fine, take my contacts, take my location, take my kidney, just don't reset my streak. Addiction lowers your guard. It's like digital beer goggles. You don't see the red flags, you just see the next level. Alright, let's talk about the playbook gaming apps use. Because trust me, these guys aren't just throwing spaghetti at the wall. They've studied psychology harder than pre-med students. They know exactly how to nudge you, guilt trip you, and Jedi mind trick you into giving them access you'd normally guard tighter than your Netflix password. The daily rewards. You log in once, no big deal. Twice, still fine. Then suddenly, congrats, you're on a 7-day streak. Here's a shiny loot chest. And you're like, wow, look at me, consistent. Who needs therapy when I've got Candy Crush validating me? Now you have to log in every day. Why? Because if you break the streak, it feels like you just threw away all your progress, like skipping leg day after hitting the gym all week. Meanwhile, every login is the app's chance to quietly sync your data. Location? Synced. Device ID? Synced. That random selfie folder you forgot about? Synced. Daily reward? More like daily data harvest. Another gimmick is the time-limited events. Relax, it's not Black Friday at Best Buy, but suddenly you're stressing over unlocking a pumpkin skin for your character like it's the last PS5 on Earth. The urgency fries your brain. The app pops up, need photo access to continue. And you're like, yeah, whatever, just let me get this limited time hat before it's gone. That's not a limited time event, that's a limited time IQ drop. And guess who just scored another permission? Not you. This is the big one. In-game purchases. You're like, it's just $2.99 for 500 gems. That's less than a Starbucks latte, right? Next thing you know, you're $200 down and explaining to your bank, yes, I really did buy 15 unicorn rainbow starter packs. And when you buy, now the app has your credit card info, billing address, sometimes even your phone number. We joke about Monopoly money, but at least in Monopoly, the worst thing that happens is your cousin flips the board. Here, real money, real data, real pain. Then there is social pressure. Your friend Smith just beat your high score. Are you really gonna let him flex on you like that? Or invite 5 friends to unlock this legendary sword. Suddenly, you're linking your Facebook, your contacts, your entire digital identity just to prove you're better at tapping circles than Jake. And the funny part is, Smith doesn't even know he beat your score. The app just told you that so you'd stay hooked. So what looks like harmless social fun is really data mining in disguise. Your friends list is their jackpot. Ever hit quit and the game's like, are you sure? Your squad will be left undefended. bruh, my squad is made of pixels. They'll be fine. Or those pop-ups where accept is a giant glowing green button and decline is basically invisible, written in gray font smaller than the calorie count on a Taco Bell menu. That's not a choice, that's psychological entrapment. Basically, they weaponize FOMO, guilt, and bad design, and turn it into a backdoor to your personal information. It's like giving you a free cookie at Costco, then quietly stealing your credit card while you're chewing. Every tap, every streak, every just one more round is carefully engineered. They don't just want your time, they want your trust. And once they've got that, they've basically got your data gift wrapped in a bow. We've all heard stories. Apps hiding spyware in free games, sketchy clones of popular titles harvesting location data, or developers slipping malicious code into updates. Remember when that Notepad app needed access to literally everything on your phone? Gaming apps sometimes pull the same stunt, but with extra glitter and boss fights to distract you. And the worst part? Even legit, big-name apps can fall into this category. Not necessarily because they're evil, but because their business model thrives on keeping you addicted and monetizing your data. Here's the thing, while your data is being siphoned off, your brain is being rewired. It's a silent, insidious process. We think we're just playing a game, passing the time, but the game is playing us. Studies show that gaming addiction, especially mobile gaming tied to dopamine loops, can have some pretty serious side effects. Shorten attention spans. We've all felt it. Scrolling, swiping, tapping. Our brains are trained for instant gratification. We can barely make it through a short article, let alone a feature-length film, without the urge to check our phones. We tell ourselves, just one more level, but that one more level turns into an hour. And before we know it, the blue light from our screens has hijacked our circadian rhythm. Blue light is the new monster under the bed, keeping us awake and alert when we should be winding down. That rush of dopamine when you win is fleeting. It's quickly followed by the frustration of a loss, the pressure to keep up with friends, and the guilt of time wasted, because nothing screams joy like rage quitting at 3 a.m. And here's the thing, a distracted, addicted user is an easier target for security breaches. You're so focused on beating level 47 that you don't notice the app installing an unnecessary update with shady permissions. You're so fixated on earning that rare loot drop that you tap allow on a pop-up without reading what you're granting access to. We're so busy chasing the digital carrot that we miss the glaring signs of a trap. We're not just losing our data, we're losing our defenses. Why do gaming apps do this? Simple, money. It's always about the money. The mobile gaming industry is a multi-billion-dollar behemoth, and your data is the currency that keeps it running. The more they know about you, the more they can profit. First, they serve hyper-targeted ads. Think about it. You're playing a fantasy RPG, and suddenly, you're seeing ads for new headsets, energy drinks, and even other games in the same genre. They've figured out your interests and habits, so they can push products you're more likely to buy. It's not a coincidence. It's a carefully calculated strategy. Second, they sell insights to third parties. That anonymous data they collect, your age, location, playing habits, and time spent on the app, is incredibly valuable. They package it and sell it to companies looking for consumer insights. Your behavior becomes part of a larger data set used to shape marketing campaigns, product development, and even political messaging. You're no longer just a player, you're a data point. Finally, they design even more addictive features. By tracking what keeps you playing, what makes you spend money, and what causes you to quit, they can engineer games that are even harder to put down. They might introduce new reward systems, timed events, or social pressure to keep you hooked. It's a continuous feedback loop. They gather data to make the game more addictive, which gives them more data to make it even more addictive. Alright, let's put the scary stuff on pause for a second. You're not stuck here, and you definitely don't need to delete every app and go live off-grid in a log cabin just to stay safe. The good news? There are easy, practical ways you can take back control. First, turn off permissions you don't need. This is the easiest and most impactful step you can take. Your puzzle game does not need access to your microphone, period. A solitaire app has no business knowing your location. Go into your phone's settings, review the permissions for each app, and turn off anything that seems unnecessary. If a game starts to act up, you can always turn it back on, but often you'll find it runs just fine without them. Next, limit your screen time. Yes, I know, easier said than done, but tools are available to help. Apps like digital well-being for Android and iOS screen time can set limits on how long you can use certain apps. They can even lock you out once you hit your daily allowance, unless you hit ignore limit, in which case, good luck. The key is to be honest with yourself and to remember that your time is valuable. Another great trick is to play offline when you can. Many games allow you to play without an internet connection. By turning off your Wi-Fi and mobile data, you sever the link between the app and the server. This means less tracking and less targeted advertising. It's a simple way to take a break from the data siphon. Also, be suspicious of clones. If you see a game that looks just like a popular title but has a slightly different name, like Angry Birds but with guns, maybe, don't download it. These knockoffs are often rife with malware, questionable data practices, and security vulnerabilities. Stick to official app stores and trusted developers to minimize your risk. Finally, use privacy tools. VPNs, ad blockers, and the privacy settings built into your phone and browser are your friends. A VPN can mask your location, an ad blocker can stop invasive ads before they even load, and taking the time to adjust your privacy settings can give you more control over your data. These tools are becoming more user-friendly every day, so there's no excuse not to use them. Remember, the goal isn't to become a digital hermit. It's to be an informed, empowered user. Let's be real. Taking a break from gaming apps feels like rehab for your brain. Day 1. I miss my daily login reward. Day 2. Why is the grass outside so green? Day 3. Wait, I can sleep before 2 a.m.? And honestly, touching grass is underrated. Highly recommend. This isn't just about your personal gaming habits. An entire generation is being shaped by apps engineered to manipulate attention and harvest data. And when addiction is the bait, security takes the hit. We need to ask tougher questions about app design, about data transparency, and about how much of ourselves we're willing to trade for entertainment. So, what do we do with all this information? Well, you could audit the apps on your phone right now, share this video with a friend who spends 6 hours a day on Clash of Clans. Or, if you want to go pro level, reach out to cybersecurity experts like our team at Tileris. Not to brag, but we're all about having your back. We can help you understand the hidden risks, protect your data, and even show you a demo of our AI agents in action. You can also request a personalized consultation with our experts, so we can walk you through solutions tailored to your needs. Because the truth is, gaming apps aren't going anywhere, but your security doesn't have to be their casualty. Thanks for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and I'll see you next time, hopefully with fewer apps spying on us and more grass being touched.